Hello, hello, hello. It's Friday. It's October 3rd, 2025. Another beautiful, sunny, stellar day in New England. Welcome to Off the Ledge. This is where we gather virtually. I record a video every morning to upload for you to have some spiritual nourishment, which lives, a lot of it lives in this book by Ernest Holmes, and wherever that lives for you, I'm just presenting what works, what I know to work for me. And if this video is helpful to you, it's a daily thing, please share. Hit the thumbs up and please share. I want us to be in a place as individuals where we're checking ourselves for catastrophic thinking. This regime is weak as hell. This regime is desperate as hell. And this regime needs you to catastrophize. Because if they don't get you to catastrophize, then they have no power. So every time they see us going, all right, we'll just push back. We'll just push back. Every time we push back, that weakens them more. Now I don't remember what it was I was listening to this morning, a podcast, in which the inspector generals of many different states, when they last year, the year before, they got a hold of Project 2025, they actually went to work behind the scenes building cases against all the fascist moves that are outlined in Project 2025. So they've been winning in court. And there's a lot of pushing back. There's a lot of people getting really strong through resisting. If you're not taking note of that, you're doing yourself a huge disservice, and also doing yourself an unhealthy act on yourself. You're doing yourself an unhealthy thing. So turn off the scary news. I literally saw, I was just watching a vid from Midas Touch, that the White House has put out some crazy meme of, Dumpy throwing his hat that says Trump 2028 at Hakeem Jeffries, and the hat goes onto his head, and Dumpy laughs like a maniac. And this AI generated stuff is really dark. And also Russ Vought, who is the author of Project 2025, and Dumpy, dressed up as a Grim Reaper. Happy Halloween, everybody! But they're making it out to, this is what they want, to look like the Democrats are the evil ones. It's just, I know that it's serious, but it's so fucking funny at the same time. Excuse my French. And I know that there'll be a time that comes where we all sit back. It's not like we're resting on our laurels, because it's quite the opposite. We are really doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down on the work that needs to be done. And we're doing the work, and everyone's doing their own individual part. We all have a role to play. But I think it's really important that we stop and we laugh our asses off whenever we possibly can. Kimmel is back, and we have the late shows. If you're into that, they'll make you laugh. I also, this morning I always watch Jimmy Kimmel the day after, the morning after Bruce Springsteen was on. Let's think about what real America is, because we've been fed this BS for 10 years now, as if America is an awful place where people are all racist and horrible and into violence. And sure, there's that segment of the population, but guess what? That's a small percentage compared to us. Wherever I go, I see people being peaceful and happy. Sure, there's the cranky ones. That's everywhere. But for the most part, Portland, Oregon, kind of a hippie place. I was there a long time ago. Coffee shops everywhere, baristas, people really riding bikes. People ride bicycles there a lot. into physical fitness and hiking and even like people that are into like what I'm into, paganism and, you know, crystals and all that. It's a peaceful place. And it's an inclusive place. And I live in a very inclusive area too. I mentioned Salem a lot because I do work there. That is one of the most inclusive cities I've ever been to because of the persecution of innocent women back in the 1697, I think. That was the year. Anyway. So, let's read from Ernest Holmes. And let's keep our focus on the good, because they can't touch that, and that empowers our vibrational frequency. Goodness is stronger than evil. That's a hymn that I sang at Church of Spirituality recently. The Spirit of God within us is free. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. We are convinced that this truth to which Christ referred is the reality of our own and of every other person's nature. The Spirit within us, being God, cannot be limited in any way. Today we drop every sense of bondage from our minds. Consciously we open our thought to the divine influx. In every act, we seek to sense the freedom of spirit flowing through us. Deliberately, we loose every morbid thought of the past and the present. And deliberately, we expect every coming event to be fraught with gladness. Yea, Ernest. Today, we live in the complete conviction that the freedom of God is expressing itself through us. We reflect this freedom to every person we meet. We push the horizon of our thought further away, and in every direction we look, we expect something new, something bigger and better to transpire. And so it is. I also want to mention that last night I watched, National Geographic has a special, it's about 5 years old, on Jane Goodall, who we lost, I think it was this week. I don't know what her death date was. 91 years old, worked up until the end, traveled the world advocating to protect our environment, protect ecosystems and like habitats of the chimpanzees. And it's an amazing, amazing documentary. It's on National Geographic. It's on the it's on YouTube, and I'll find the link and post it for you. She talks about that we all, every single person doing their part will save this planet. So we have to put our focus on that. This hell that we're in is to wake us up and redirect the way we're doing things. And the way we were doing things was an unconscious way. We got complacent. We took our democracy for granted. And Dumpy and the rest of them got in there with the help of the Kremlin. It was like, they're like an opportunistic infection. So we need to be strong and fight back. And we are. And I'm proud of all of you for hanging in there. And I'm honored that you hang in there with me. We have tonight, PNN, Friday Night Live. Join us for that. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And it's always great to have that sort of party with you 3 times a week on the live stream. Let me choose 3 cards. I don't have I almost said the psychology. Off the ledge. That's a psychology forecast, right? I don't have the astrology. Kathy might not be providing that for me anymore, but which is fine. I mean, I'm asking her for things for free. But please book an astrology chart reading with her. EmpowermentUnlimited.net, Kathy Beal. So I'll choose 3 cards to guide us, and keep it on the up and up today. It's really, really, really important, and every day just check yourself when you have a negative track that your mind is going on, because that is evidence that the fascists are getting in. Evil gets in through fear. Don't ruminate. Don't be a fool. This is about the fools projecting onto us how awful they are, saying it's us, not them. They can't deal with their hardness. They can't. They can't deal with their own personal hardness because it's so hard. And so what they're doing is they just project it onto us. The President of the United States posting memes. Well, I put that in quotes. POTUS. Posting memes of him as the Grim Reaper. Give me a break. Now, this card reminds me of what I've been thinking about recently quite a bit. That it's like these people time traveled from the 1930s Nazi Germany. It's like they time traveled. Or maybe more recently, like the Jim Crow era here. It's like they're in the wrong time period. They're in the wrong year. They're in the wrong epoch of history. What their souls are doing is trying to reinstall the racism and the hatred and the fascism. They're trying to do that, but we have evolved as a humanity. That's why you see peaceful cities. They're peaceful cities. Boston is a peaceful city. I think Boston has the lowest crime rate in the country. Portland's a happy city. Chicago's a happy city. You know, in general, overall, crime rates are down in all the major American cities. And they're trying to be in this alternative reality, telling us that we're a terrible country. Don't worry, it's with all of us working together and generating more and more love, there's nothing that we cannot do. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please share this video if it's helpful to you. And join us tonight. Thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.